Greetings, Earthlings.
Warning, the following program contains strong black first opinion about mature and strong subject matter that affects Black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissy.
Grand Rising All, you are listening to the one and only Be One or None. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles. Grand Rising, everyone. Okay, we have the nation in the house, UEOA. We have Mind Games Uncut. We have Kathy B, and we have Black Love 17. Grand Rising.
Hello. Peace, peace, peace.
Hey everyone.
So we're gonna get this subject started. We're gonna start off with talking about, do Black people support ICE and Trump? And that's kind of like a weird question, because I don't think Black people just support Trump, but we do support certain things that Trump is doing, because whether or not we like it or not, ICE affects, I mean, the illegal immigrants. What we have to understand, that these people are illegal. If you do something illegal in America, Black people, they don't mind throwing you under the jail. They don't mind killing you. They don't mind doing anything to you. And somehow we're crying for people who don't belong here. They're grown people. You don't know what they did in their own country. You don't know their background, but somehow we're taught to cry and feel sorry for them. So the law is the law, as they tell us. And with that being said, they're not supposed to be here. So we don't just, it seems like anybody that agrees with anything that Trump's do, we're considered a Trump supporter. And that's not the case. It's just that we agree with a lot that Trump is doing, period, because it affects our community. And I know we said we were going to get into it later, but I'm going to put up this disclaimer. And I want D Mays, we were just talking about it. This is the copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1974 that allows fair use for purposes as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, etc., research. So Mind Games, are you there? Did he go out?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about how, like, I want you to play what you were just playing. We don't understand as Black people, because we have been out the loop in reality so long. We don't understand how illegal immigrants and immigrants are affecting our communities. They're not piled in white communities. They're used by white corporations to make money in the Black communities. Like I told someone that is on this bandwagon of how he hates Trump. Okay, hate him, but he's the only president that did something that can give us a leg up from us being smothered under uh false justice, under our cries. Like, the immigrants are in your neighborhoods. Look at your gas stations. Look at your hair shops. It makes, just because it's normal seeing it doesn't mean that that is normal for a person of another race to sell you your products in your community. I don't know if you realize that. It's not normal to go down the block and only buy from a grocery store with people who don't look like you. Buy your hair and skin products from people who don't look like you, who don't speak your language. And they're coming from another country. How did they get money? They're grown people. You don't know what they did in their country. They come over here with a fresh social security number, which is a INI, a ITNI number, a fake social security number, and they get business loans and everything, while we get the stereotypes that Black people are lazy and don't want anything. And we continue to fight. But go ahead, Mind Games, and play that example of what you were saying was going on in Mississippi. Hand it over to you.
Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna play this audio. Morton Chicken Plant, well, it's in Morton, Mississippi. It's a what's the name? It was a chicken plant. They had a couple of them. They're pretty popular out there. So ICE came in, I think, shoot, months, I think last year when they first started, when they raised and they raided that place and they got rid of most of all the illegal immigrants, sent them back to Mexico and other places. And now you got Black Americans who looking for jobs, finding jobs. Now, so I'm gonna play this audio. Here we go. Hold on. Three companies involved held a job fair. WJTV 12's Shay O'Connor reports from Koch Foods in Scott County. Bright and early Monday morning, dozens of people turned out at Cook Foods employment centers in Martin and the Wynn Job Center in Forest are looking for a job.
I heard that, they were hiring, so I came down here to see if they needed somebody to drive one of the trucks for them, and me and my cousins came here to see if they were hiring anywhere else in the warehouse.
The influx in job openings comes nearly a week after 680 undocumented workers were detained in ICE raids at food plants across the state. In the town of Morton alone, 243 people were taken from food plants, Cook Foods being where the highest numbers of workers were detained. Organizers with Wynn Job Center in Forest say they were contacted by the food company last week to conduct the fair.
They have to continue with business as usual. When they continue with business as usual, that means that they have to have enough people in order to process the poultry. And if they don't have that, then of course the lines are going to go down and they're not going to be able to be as productive as they should.
Cook Foods has at least 3 locations within the Morton area. Many who live in or near the small town say the plant doesn't hire much. Romandus Davis says he is still shaken up by the raids, but says the job openings provide an opportunity for many.
I'm praying for the families of the people that got detained for the situation that happened, but feel bad for everything, but it just opened up more doors for other people that couldn't get anything done.
Yeah, brother, don't feel bad. Um, you are American citizen and 200 some, they had a total of 680 illegal immigrants across the state that was working at those plants. And those could have been black people jobs or other American jobs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Exactly.
you know how poor it is in Mississippi for black people and they need jobs. You can't sit there and tell me
Imagine
those
all
black
the black
people.
people, like we said before, we have gotten out of a work habit. Imagine all the black people that applied for these jobs and didn't get it. And that's what black people are not understanding when Trump said they're taking your jobs. And then you just think, oh, lawn care and all those lawn care jobs are called private personal businesses. You can make a business cutting
Exactly.
yards, concrete, doing roofing. When you look at construction, there's different parts of construction. I myself did construction cleans and I was bidded out of a lot of jobs, still being bid out of jobs because immigrants will pile up there, get together, get all that little money, undercut us by $1,000 or something, and then they'll work together and they live in together. So a construction site, you have the cleaners, you have the painters, you have the plumbers, you have a lot of jobs that can be your business. And just like he said in this one, the chicken plants, in small rural towns, those jobs are needed. And they have flooded the black communities, and we're running around with our young people selling drugs and unaliving each other, committing crimes. Poverty, they know that poverty is man-made, and poverty is man-made so that you can commit crimes, because they'd rather see black people in prison working for free and putting us back on the slave plantation while they pay the immigrants the slave wages. I lay my plane.
Exactly, because the thing is, they understand. They be like, oh, black people don't want to work, or Americans don't want to work. Americans know they work. Now, why the hell I'm gonna work in construction, building roads, or building sidewalks and stuff like that? That's a skill set. That's masonry. That's masonry. My family, my dad, my brothers, my uncles, my friends, and all of them had that type of skill. And the thing is, them guys, my dad was making at the time, he went to school, be an engineer, but he ended up working for Southeast Archer Western. That's like the biggest contractors in the Southeast. Like you see the green arrows on them contract trucks. My dad worked for them. He was no living. But I remember in the 80s, early 90s, he was making $30-something an hour. And that's a lot of that money, man. This is money now, but that was a lot of money back then. I'm like, damn, like, so why should then when they brought in illegal immigrants, they take less and they hire less black people? You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't trying to pay that $30-something an hour. They rather pay the 18, 15, maybe 20 an hour. They save a whole lot of money. In the point of we don't want to work is the point of nobody don't want to work get under bid. Nobody, like you said earlier about the contract construction sites and cleaning. Nobody, everybody know they work. They're not doing it anymore. We already been through the slave trade. We're not going through that no more. Like that's crazy. Like why won't work? I know about work like even with electricians and stuff. Like I had some work done before my apartment caught on fire. They used to send people in. I had some stuff to get done. The landlord would send people in, like warrant the people for the warranty, and they all of them Hispanics. They doing the electrician work. They doing the plumbing work. I'm like, damn, what's all the brothers? You know what I'm saying? Like we had them jobs. That's a skilled job. You can make 80 to 100 grand or more being a plumber or a HVAC welder. You can make $200,000 doing electrician work. So it come on, man. We ain't stupid. And Trump was right. They taking our jobs. They did. I don't know why black people scared to say that. Like they actually, I got nothing against these people. Hell, I would do the same thing if I was them. But you
Black
got to
people
do it
been
the right
taught to
way.
be black people been taught to feel sorry for somebody else instead of understanding what happened to you. You don't remember when your parents used to work? Look at all the shows that we used to look at. Let's laugh at the PJs. Remember the PJs? What the man
Yep.
from the PJ, the dad on the PJs, he was a plumber. Remember, he would fix the building. The superintendent of the building would live
Hmm.
there for free and then still got a salary, but he would be on call to fix the plumbing and stuff. You know, we did the lawns, we did the roofing, we built our own houses. We didn't come from building the White House to all of a sudden black people are lazy. They're playing games. They're getting rid of the illegal immigrants, but those racist people who are in Congress who are going to be there after Trump leave, now they're changing these job skills to non-professional because most black women are in nursing, in CNA work and stuff. How do you change the most important field to a
Facts.
non-professional field?
Facts.
They
Facts.
always finding ways to undermine our skills so that they don't have to pay us. The reason why they want to pay these people a low wage because it goes back to slavery and Abraham Lincoln. They want to stay rich. There is no AI. Everybody says it, no one should be a billionaire. There is no reason that a steak on your plate costs $1,000 in the same cow that they grow, or I can get a cow that grows just like me and you is $50 or $20 on my plate. It's called millionaire inflation. And the problem that they want, these greedy races, they want, and these greedy basically people, because some of these greedy people are black, they want to stay rich.
Facts.
So they rather undercut society while they stay rich and find a place for us. If you keep pushing black people up against the wall, then you push them under prison.
Facts. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, don't get it twisted. I worked for a company. They were all Republicans, straight. They were MAGA all the way down. But guess what? Who they mostly had? They hired Hispanics. They profit from it too. They just don't do is they don't bring them in. They don't do. They let the Democrat do the deal and bring them in, and then they'll even though some of them approved it too, but they haven't worked with them. So they had to pay that insurance money. You save a lot of money. You got to pay out insurance. A lot of people don't realize that.
And what you
So
don't realize is that when you're illegal, you're not paying a lot because you're not supposed to be here. So you
exactly.
can pay them what they want. You don't have to take care of them. You don't have to
Yep.
follow rules because they're illegal. They're
Exactly. The
not
only tax
here on
exactly.
paperwork. A lot of the ones that's legal lead the groups for those who are illegal. So it's to them, if you bring a person from a poor, rundown country and tell them, hey, I'm gonna pay you $15 to $20 an hour, that's money to them. When you have 10 people living in one household, I know because I cleaned the houses.
Yeah,
They'll
facts.
put them. They'll put two or three of them in one room, two or three of them in another room. They'll pile a house up, and they're paying one rent. They are own the house or pay rent, and they got maybe 20 workers in one house, and they don't care because this is luxury compared to where they're coming from. And each
Yep.
one of these people are bringing in a couple of thousand a month, so they're driving nice trucks.
Hmm.
They're able to
Yep.
save their money. They able to get on with Section 8, let the women get on Section 8, and the men there, nobody is checking for them.
Yep. Look, I'm across the I'm still at Airbnb. I'll be back in March, but all this whole neighborhood is never Hispanic pretty much. They're pretty cool, whatever, but check this out. I'm looking at them right now. The wife got a Mercedes. It's not a new one, it's like maybe a 2015. The son got a newer truck, a GMC. I think it's like electric. The other two families, they got work trucks because they got construction company, and the other person got like a Maxima. And I was like probably like 10 or 12 of them in that house. And I guarantee that they own the house. I guarantee they probably pay that house out in 5 years. Then they help another family help them pay theirs and stuff. Yeah, they how they build their wealth, man. So yeah, you're right. They got a system. They don't mind. They're unified. They got a system. They did, they had their little arguments and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, they got a code of conduct and they're gonna stick to it. And like you said, the Democrat opened that floodgate. Had it, what is it, 20 million? Biden went like
Yes.
20 million. That's crazy. Like,
There's so
man,
many millions of people on welfare food stamps
oh yeah.
that you're paying for, but you're getting blamed for taking benefits that you're not taking. Look at the Somalia case
Oh,
that's
I'm about to
going.
say that. Yep. I'm about to say that. Ron Paul, look at that Ron Paul
Yeah,
interview with Joe
Somalia
Rogan.
has racked in over 80% of them that's sitting in
Hmm.
Mississippi, Minnesota. 80% is on welfare. And what you don't understand, the problem is you're not supposed to come from another country. If you ever
Yeah.
did a HB2 visa application or if seeking asylum, that means you're coming over here to benefit America, not take away from America. So they have been running insurance, a welfare scheme where they're getting food stamps, they're getting daycare assistance, they're getting monetary welfare or TANF or whatever you call it, each one of them, and they've been living on it for years. And 80% of them come over here to get on welfare to get benefits. But the average everyday black person is being shunned and treated like shit by white people who are supposed to be Americans like us, while we're all being robbed blind by immigrants.
Yep, that's facts. You're right. And then, like I said, they support like Ron Paul. If y'all get a chance, check out the Joe Rogan podcast with he just did one with Ron Paul. Ron Paul, I think, is an independent, like Republican, whatever. Anyway, he was talking about it in Somalia. That scam they got going. I think it was like oh man, crazy money. Like what was it, $80 million? Some 70. It's a lot of money. Them children had fake daycares, all that. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
it was it's close to almost $1 billion in fraud.
Yeah, and Tim Walz,
And
he's
they've been
stepping down.
telling them, yeah, they're Tim Walz is stepping down. And then the Kamala, them, everybody said they know about it. They've been knowing about it. Whistleblowers have been coming out, but they were forced to do it. But this is why the Democrats want to stay in power, and this is why the Democrats push dependency. Not saying the Republicans is so right. Understand what we're saying. These are a beast of this bird, the Democrats and the Republican, they're the same beasts. But the problem is one beast wants one thing, is using their power for one thing, and the other using their power for the other thing. The Democrats want us to be on a dependent system. They don't want to they'll give us welfare before they give us loans. Nobody is fighting for the black community. Everybody up there is fighting for immigrants to make themselves look like they're doing some good humanitarian deed or they're doing something that God wants. When these same people can gather together and fight in their country and fight for rights against white supremacy and the evil in their country like our ancestors did. And that's the whole point of us being FBA, meaning we built the foundation of America that everybody is eating off of. We built the plate that everybody is putting their food on, but the only person not able to eat off the plate are the black people who ancestors were here already. I don't care about coming from no Africa or nothing, because none of us can trace that. That's why none of us can be deported. I'm gonna go on to, do black people support ICE? We support a lot that ICE is doing, but a lot that is not. And just like the lady Renee Nicole Good that got unalive in a day, you know that they raised over 1 point something $1 million, and then they raised almost 500,000 for the ICE agent. But when it
Dang.
comes, you didn't know that when
But
it
it's about oh girl. Oh, it's about the girl. Yeah, it's about she got 500
I didn't
half a
know they were
half.
raising it for him.
Oh, she
yeah,
got
they
Like
gave
that.
they gave him, they said he had internal bleeding from her hitting him with the car.
oh wow.
And
You
so
know he
they
got drugged
both,
before, right? You know he got
huh?
drugged before. You know he got drugged prior to that. That's why. That's
Yeah,
another reason why. You say, yeah, yeah. Keep
yeah.
going.
Yeah, but so what we don't understand is that they're both benefiting. When white people do something against black people or against anybody, white people are always seen as the victim, and they rally together among their communities and they pour into GoFundMe's. We've seen it over and over again. When the
Yep.
police does something and they are put on trial, their GoFundMe's are poured in. But when something happens to the black person, there's always ridicule, stereotype, scrutiny, and everything. Do you know before this happened to the white lady whose family miraculously became a millionaire, even though they were out there paid to antagonize the ICE agents? When we see that her car did hit it, because when the video is on us, there's always a problem. It's always something we didn't do. And we all clearly see her ram her car into that man. And somehow
Oh
they
yeah.
don't see it that way and they pour into it. They want to be mad with law enforcement when they want to be mad. I'm gonna play this clip because before this happened, a black man was killed by ICE on New Year's Eve. I don't know if y'all know that. And they just announced that no charges will be filed. He was shooting fireworks, shooting his gun.
Man that was unalive by an ICE agent.
Hold
Yes.
on, I'm gonna start it over.
Did you know it was a black man that was unalive by an ICE agent? Yes, an ICE agent unalive killed a black man on New Year's Eve. Nobody's talking about this black man. Nobody is saying his name. Keith Porter. Let's say it again. Keith Porter. Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say about social media, but social media could be very informative. Social media keep you up to date and aware of some of the troubles in this fucking world. And let me just say this too. Why are we not hearing about this? Now we're hearing about the white lady, okay, Renee Nicole, but why are we not hearing about that motherfucking black man who lost his life to an ICE agent? This man lost his life on New Year's Eve. He was letting off rounds into the sky, which we know is illegal. We know people do this. This shit ain't nothing fucking new. Get what I'm saying? The ICE agent decided to say, oh, it's an active shooter. It's an active shooter. When they done an investigation, they found out that Keith Porter was not at all a threat to the ICE agents. Here's my thing with these fucking hooligans, with these goons, with these fucking wild chimpanzee fucking Z's. And then when I say chimpanzees, mean animals with no understanding for human fucking life. Get what I'm saying? They go around and thinking they untouchable. I want all y'all to know and hear this clearly. Y'all have a family. And it's a place called heaven and hell. And if y'all keep on taking people's lives, and if y'all keep on trying to be rude and malicious when dealing with these people, you're going to have to pay the piper.
She was gonna go on into a rant. My bad. Let me stop sharing. Hold on. She was going into a rant of how they're all wrong, but this happened on New Year's. Did y'all know about this? He was actually
Nope.
Yes.
he was
Yeah, I heard
actually,
about it. His
yeah,
mom was on TV too.
and the
She was
ICE
on
agent
TV.
was a plain clothes. He was not on duty. He
Yeah, he was
was
not
the
on
black
Right.
duty.
man's neighbor. So
It was
you've
early in the
seen
morning.
this man before. But they just announced that no charges will be pressed. The black man family did not become a millionaire like the white lady who you seen was a threat, who was blocking traffic, who was out there interfering in ICE
Right.
agents' business. This black man was shooting off rounds in the sky on New Year's, like a lot of people should not do, but they do. And he stopped. They got into it or whatever. He confronted him. The man didn't know he was an ICE agent. He came with his gun, off duty ICE agent, and unalived him. And no charges, because we are always looked at as the problem. Everybody should cry. Black people and everybody cry for everybody who is not who is non-black. And black people suck up your tears, tuck your tail, and shut the F up is basically what America is telling us. So this is
Mhm.
I don't care what Trump does to other people, because, like I'm gonna keep saying, Martin Luther King said, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. Did the lady deserve to die in the car that ICE shot? No, he shot one bullet. If you see, no, she didn't deserve to die, but Karma is going to keep coming to this land called America because it's not fair and it's not justice. And everybody turns a blind eye because the police have been unaliving us, on duty officers, off duty officers for years. We can pull up every story. Any one story that happens to a white person, we got about 10 stories that happen to a black person, but it's never reaching the height that they're doing, because you have the governors, you have everybody talking about taking what is it, the immunity away from ICE agents, but yet they won't take immunity away from police officers, qualified immunity that we've been saying that police officers needed to be taken away because they've been unaliving black people. We don't, the black man, a while ago, a black man unalived a white woman in the alley because he thought she was ambushed and he feared for his life. He shot her. He's doing 12 years right now. They basically sentenced him to 12 years. He was black skinned, she was white. Name me the black officers that are unaliving white people. Black
I can't
officers.
name one. This cop, this ice cop, he shot the brother because he was shooting on New Year's. They saying
Yeah,
he was
he was
shooting
shooting
outside.
on New Year's. They had a confrontation. He came out, he was off duty, and I have to look it I'm gonna look it up more. He
Yeah,
was
his ass
off
will be out there.
duty,
Yeah.
and they shot him. Let me see if I can play this other guys. And the family wants justice because no charges will be found. Let me see if I can play this one. Hold on. Let me see.
Celebratory gunshots into the air with an AR-15 style rifle. Just days into the new year, the mother of 43-year-old Keith Porter is still filled with grief and disbelief. According to law enforcement, her son Keith fired celebratory gunshots into the air with an AR-15 style rifle outside his apartment complex on New Year's Eve.
Armed with an AR-15 rifle, possibly suffering from a gunshot wound.
An LAPD report states the off-duty federal officer confronted Porter, identified himself as law enforcement, and claims Porter fired toward him, prompted the officer to return fire.
What should have been a simple arrest and possible a citation has turned into a death sentence.
The family's attorney says this all could have been avoided.
But instead of staying in his apartment for a trained law enforcement officer from LAPD to respond, he made the premeditated and calculated decision to grab a firearm.
Fox 11 reached out to the Department of Homeland Security. In a statement, the department said the off-duty ICE officer bravely responded to an active shooter situation at his apartment complex. In order to protect his life and that of others, he was forced to defensively use his weapon. DHS goes on to say their officer immediately called police.
According to his version, Keith shot 3 shots towards him. We have questions on if there was any shell casing recovered from Keith's weapon that would indicate he in fact fired the weapon 3 times.
Keith's family and their attorneys say they have yet to find a witness to corroborate that the father of 2 fired towards the off-duty officer.
Alpha Hebrew here. So my wife, she sent me a video of this young black brother who was taken out by an ICE agent, and he was off duty, right? His name's Keith Porter. And I believe it was last year. And they have withheld this for some time. I see why now. He was supposedly, he had an AR-15, and on New Year's Eve or whatever, he was letting off shots, right? And this is a typical thing of what people do. When it's a celebration or whatever, they let off shots. Is it dangerous? Yeah, it's dangerous. People can get hurt. People can lose their lives. Totally understand or overstand. But who grants the off-duty ICE agent to take it upon himself to confront this man, and then he shoots this man?
He tried to claim self-defense. Like always, this is what they do. This is their loophole. He said that, you know, 3 bullets was fired towards him, and then he returned fire. Right. So, um, me personally, I want to see everything in totality because I haven't found nothing yet, but just an innocent black man taken out. The shell casings, the 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 trajectory, the gun, right? His positioning, the camera. Because I just find it funny, you know, 3 shots with an AR-15, you don't get hit, but he get hit. That doesn't make any sense at all. Um, but me personally, I just want to know why it's not getting the same press run as the white lady that got taken out by the ICE agent, which was horrendous. But why is it not getting the proper press, right? And acknowledgement in a sense of like black people, we matter too, right? And the exposure because we need this too, right? We've always needed it, but they didn't put this everywhere, and I wonder why. You know, so um, we need to make this, you know, so-called go viral or whatever, and we need to spread this message because it's crazy how, you know, something happened to one of ours, they hold it right until something similar happens to one of theirs, and then we find out, like me right now. So it's messed up, man. He was a good dude. I've seen a couple videos of him. Good dude, man. I believe he has some children, 2 daughters or something like that. Just messed up. Um, and the guy that did it, there's nothing, you know, nobody's talking about it. So we're going to talk about it.
Just days into the new year, the mother of 43-year-old Keith Porter is still.
And he had 2 children, and the parents and the family and friends say they don't believe the ICE officer's story. They want justice, but of course they investigate themselves. He was found innocent. Well, he was never charged, and it's like bye bye, go on. No GoFundMe, no GoFundMe for the black kids. And this is why there is a constant problem, because we have Democrats and we have our black leaders fighting to keep illegal immigrants in America. We have black people crying and going crazy talking about ICE killed the white woman, but yet see how all that's overshadowing everything that black people have been fighting for in America. This is why FBA, the term FBA is important, because everything we do, it's swept under the rug. Anything that happens to us, there's no GoFundMe coming to save our families. There's never no real justice for us.
That's why black people got to put upon themselves to do the GoFundMe stuff. White people sending all that
Even
money.
when we do the
And
GoFundMe, we don't have salaries like white people. What we have to understand, there
that's
is
true.
also a big salary gap. See, all this comes into play. That when they say the average household of a black person is the lowest on the totem pole, white people have the money to throw in
Yeah,
100 of
that
them
is true.
$1,000 GoFundMe. We got $10 and $20. All
Yeah,
of
you
this
got,
is a big difference.
and that lets you know we got a lot of work to damn do. And like I said, nobody don't say anything about this. Because we don't. All black folks, I'm sure that we ain't the only one to know about this. It should be. I picture Al Sharpton and all of them know Benjamin Crump, all of them know about this
Yeah,
stuff, but they ain't gonna say nothing because
because it doesn't,
that pain
because
don't matter more.
it's no money into fighting for black people.
Yeah,
No,
white woman is the new. She's the new black person now. She's the top minority. So if white women get killed, that's who they gonna.
they
That's what the
even
Democrat.
trying to
Yeah,
go after Homeland Security. They're
oh
talking
shit.
about suing the lady. Who is she? The Department of Homeland Security
Yeah,
chief
what
or
her name?
something.
Yeah,
Look at all
yeah.
the frenzy because a white woman lost her life, and we got all these dead black children and men and women who have lost
Hmm.
their life from laying on the couch looking at TV in their living rooms. Breonna Taylor sleeping, etc., etc. But we've been dealing with Black Lives Matter came out because it was like we matter too. Even though Black Lives Matter, the leaders corrupt
Organization.
a lot of it.
Yeah, the organization. Yeah, they said they took out the real person stuff. Black Lives Matter. The organization was a scam. I see something pop in the comments. I can't see the comments, but I see like something. notification. Anybody in the comments? I don't know if y'all looking at the comments or anything. We in the
I
comments?
don't see the comments. I don't see any
Okay, I
comments
thought
unless my
I
stuff
see
is
some.
acting up.
Yeah,
I,
but
that would
but you cooked on this one though. I mean, I think yeah, this right here. Though, y'all see the playback. Make sure y'all go and do your own research on this. But I doubt. But we ain't gonna do nothing. We not. I'm just keeping it real. We not. We give you the information. You didn't do anything about it. You would think black people be all on TikTok and places like that talking about, but nobody. And appreciate you, Queen, for that because I didn't even know anything about this case. That's crazy. This on New Year's Eve. This ain't that too long ago. This is like a couple weeks ago. So I mean, this weeks ago was like it's crazy. Like nobody talking about
yes.
it. And unfortunately, they
Yes,
don't.
and I mean they because they made they don't want nothing from black people but the inventions that we contributed to America. We contributed our heart and soul, we contributed everything else, and now everybody else is saying we got it from here. We don't need you. Oh, you want reparations? We're not giving you reparations. We are owed more than reparations. This is why they don't want to talk about it. We are owed more, and this is why foundational Black American bump that it came from Tariq Nasheed. Foundational mean we built the foundation that everybody is benefiting off of. We built the foundation of going after the police, and the only people benefiting is white people and immigrants now. We built the foundation of all these jobs. We invented, we are the major inventors of everything, and
And they said
everybody
that's
else
the
is benefiting but
and
us.
and check this out. They said that's the past. What about now? That's how they look at it. They every time we talk about what we did, they like, oh well, okay, that's
It
good.
ain't the
What
past
y'all doing now?
because America is only is 250 years old. I don't know if y'all know it, but you can look it up. As a matter of fact, I'll Google it while
Oh
we
yeah,
talk.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
America,
America's
this 4th of
a young
July
country.
is the 4th of July that America turns 50 years old.
Still
This
a
is the
baby.
250. That means if slavery lasted for so many years, they keep saying for 400 years. Okay, America's 250 years old. We were free from slavery over 100 years ago. We gave America 150 years of black labor, and they owe us.
Fact.
And until we stick together and stop arguing with each other, all YouTubers, all black YouTubers, and everybody, it's just like we built America and everybody is picking it apart. All our black leaders, that is real leaders. I ain't talking about the people who making money. I'm talking about the black people who are really speaking up. All of us have talents that can come together so that we can get our reparations or we can get our just due. America owes us land. America owes us reparations. America owes us respect. They want us
Yep.
to look at how we are now because that is the conditions. This is a result. The state of the black people today is the result of mistreatment by the American government. The American government is a tyrannical government to black people. And this is why we came up with the UEOA so that we can bring together all black people and groups and organizations under one umbrella so we can make things happen for us. That is the whole point of UEOA. The United Empires of Akebalon means that we represent that we know we come from Africa. Everybody comes from Africa, but our roots are here as FBA people. We building a table to bring in all black groups that's fighting because one group is not going to do it as you see. Soon as one group stands alone, they attack it and bring it down. They attack it and bring it down. We need our checks and balances. This is why Black Lives Matter walked away with $9 million and nothing is said and done about it. This is why Trump was able to get the people in Congress to whisper in his ear and dig up the Black Lives Matter streets. We need our own streets. We need our own communities and neighborhoods. This is why they were allowed to let these immigrants come in and open up gas stations and hotels and get business loans and become scientists and get money to send their kids to advanced school while they leave us behind. We need the separation because when we're together with everybody, everybody benefits and look at us like, oh, well, it was a long time ago. I want you to remember this, share and like. This 4th of July makes America 250 years old. It was only 100 and something years ago that they freed us. And after they freed us, they stripped us of everything. Our black towns, Black Wall Street, Rosewood, all the stuff we built after slavery, they destroyed. So we need reparations for after slavery. Because after slavery, we built empires and they destroyed them, and they left it where we could not leave anything to our children. The engineers, the inventors, they lynched them and unalived them, and they made our grandparents scared to fight back, so that they can make the black men that we see now, the black children we see now carrying guns, with making them have a false sense of pride by holding money up to their faces and their ears and carrying guns and thinking that the only person that they can attack is other black people in their communities. They left us with this destruction. We built something and they destroyed this shit after slavery. After slavery is what we're talking about. Where is it? They and then when they burnt Black Wall Street and all these places down, do you know they paid white businesses and they would not pay out? You know, in order to have a city, you had insurance policies. Do you know they didn't pay the black people the insurance policies? We have poured into this nation 2 generations. We poured into slavery, and then we poured into after slavery, and nothing has been done but spit in our face, send our children back into slavery through the way of jail, miseducate us, and more. And we keep playing the same games. The midterm elections are coming up. You will see who your new dummy is going to be. Your new, not dummy, your new so-called president, because Trump is only being used as a pawn. He don't care. After 3 years, they're picking the next one to finish the blows to the black community. And the Democrats want to get in there because they have been getting rich off of welfare through immigrants, through free labor, through immigrants, because black people are smarter than those immigrants. We know what's going on, so they want us to shut up and take a back seat. And your new elections is coming up. I'm gonna pull this up.
And I want to say this real quick too before we
Go
get
ahead,
out of
go
here.
ahead. Okay,
We
I'm gonna
got
just pull it up and I'm gonna just scroll it real quick.
okay, yeah, I know we gotta get out of here,
I'm
but
just scrolling here. If you go to NCSL, the National Conference of State Legislators, it tells you when the primary elections are coming up. They already lining up people to pick your president, and all these complaints that black people have. We don't have a new party yet, and we do not see a black person running for president that's going to represent us, and we don't see a white person who's representing the black people. They have distracted us with all this immigrant ICE bullshit so that we won't focus on what we need to build ourselves and our body as a whole. We don't want to focus on the band-aids and the neosporin and the stitches and the sutures and the IVs that we need to build back up the black community. They got you fucking crying for people in another country. These are the states. Alabama. Go to this website and look. These are when your primary elections, I guess they're going to be announcing them, or you put in their application if you want to run for president or whatever. These are your midterm elections in each state. They have the candidate filing deadlines if you want to run for president. Then you got your legislative race by state and chambers. See, we don't know government like we think we know government. They just put a man in front of y'all, make y'all mad, and everybody black on there. Trump is racist. Trump is racist. This motherfucker been racist for 250 years. Trump didn't build America.
exactly. And I want to say this too. I see somebody I was up by Greenbrier Mall today. That's a popular mall in Atlanta, black mall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't even say a black mall. I think a white man on it. Anyway, I seen a van pull up. Black Vote Matters. I'm like, black people, don't fall for it. Okay, local voting matter. Like you said, get to know your local politicians, like your city councilman, your mayor, your commissioners. Most of us don't even know that. I've been saying it for years. Now, if black vote matter, make sure you go out there and get somebody gonna represent your interests, and make sure you demand something and stop voting Democrat because you thinking because you vote Democrat you did your duty. No, you do. You know that person you voted for. You don't know nothing about them. We just go vote for people we don't even know about them. So get involved in local politics. Get somebody in the thing, but we got to build super PACs too, because they talk about donate money. I said, now why I want to donate money to a group? I don't see nothing on there with a money like they don't have agenda. We're gonna do another live show on this one about black vote matters because it's all tied into black lives
Exactly.
and they don't have no real agenda. I'm not gonna send you no damn money and for you don't have no agenda for our people. Hell no. I just want to say that I land my plane.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, black. They keep talking about black vote matter. It matters if we're voting for something that's going to help us. We're not going to vote for Democrats so that they can pour the immigrants back in here and they can be the comfortable, lazy millionaires through fake slavery through illegal immigrants. Either give us something, the Republicans, or give us something, the Democrats, or get no votes from black people. Period. Trump is not the worst. Trump is the about the worst you can get. They keep passing laws that's only going to turn around and bite them in the ass. They passing laws for guns. They just having a field day with Trump because he just as dumb as all of them.
It's all facts. So I tell everybody, he's not the person you can worry about. The corporations, they're the ones that run every damn thing. Yeah, I mean, people, he
Mhm.
gonna do. Believe me, he after the people too. He just,
Pharmaceutical,
yep.
pharmaceutical companies. The pharmaceutical companies are running America because they're all being rich. And then when they get it, then the white women, they come out and they become these drug reps and they come into the doctor's office and they push these crazy test drugs on us that the doctor gives to you because the doctor gets a kickback. Everybody is playing us. If we had our own spaces and our own places, America, black America would be like it was before we integrated with white people. And I want to talk about, like they say, Martin Luther King was a different Martin Luther King when they killed him. We want the Martin Luther King that met with Malcolm X after him and Malcolm X met, and after Martin Luther King said he integrated his people in a burning
People,
house.
yeah.
Look around. We are in a
That takes
fucking burning house.
that takes a lot to admit that. Once you've been used and misled your people, you gotta respect. They say people say what they want about him, but at least he acknowledged that because that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. Knowing that you thought you was doing the right thing, and you pretty much was misled. And then a lot of people fell out with him. A lot of his friends, even if
That's
you look
how
at
it
the
be.
what's the gentleman person that played yeah, Aretha Franklin dad was a real good friend with him. He said, yeah, and a lot of us turned our back on him. Like she was telling him, no, her mom was tight. And when he got assassinated, you know, Forrest Whitaker played her dad. He was a big time preacher up in Detroit, in Michigan. He said, yeah, a lot of black preachers turned their back on Martin because he changed his ways. So yeah, so that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. We
that's
love
how it
these
be.
people,
And
but
and
we
once they killed them, notice that everything stopped. Jesse
exactly.
Jackson ain't did a damn thing. Al
Yep.
Sharpton ain't did a damn thing. All these people do is run around looking for the next black victim to yell their name, and they get paid.
Exactly. Like I said, we got a long way to go. But like I said, let's let this midterm be like we did with the last election, but do it with purpose and have an agenda. Yeah, reparation always on top of the list, but we gotta have other things too on the list. You know what I'm saying? Because they thinking because they think Trump doing a bad job. They think people gonna run and just go vote. I think it's gonna be different. But you're gonna have a lot of people run back to the Democrat side because they thinking that ICE is the boogeyman. The situation happened to that brother. Unfortunately, I hate that, but they didn't bring that to light. So we most definitely do some more research on that and bring that to light. But I'm saying they're gonna use ICE. They're gonna use illegal immigrants. They're gonna use all this stuff to try to bring the
They
Democratic vote
play
back
on
in.
they black people,
Yeah,
they play on your heartstrings. They give a sad story and they put the face of it white. Immigrants look mostly closely to white people.
exactly. Hey, look at the comments. I see 3 comments. Unless
It's
that's our private chat.
yeah,
Is it?
that's
Oh, I
our
thought.
it's Lynn. We
Okay, got.
pay
Okay, got.
reparations. She said we will be paid our reparations. And she
But we
said
gotta
that's
have a
why
plan.
all
We gotta.
businesses still around from slavery days should pay reparations. Exactly.
But we
All
got
these
to have a
businesses,
real blueprint.
Yeah, nobody, all these they keep talking about who gonna pay. You got white people, man, who gonna pay the reparations? Taking out part tax money because we are here, and taking out these corporations who are still thriving since slavery. It's not it's not hard to trace it back. They flaunt stuff in our face. Every time you
Yeah.
turn around, you drive past a white person neighborhood. Why the fuck you gotta name it the plantation?
Mm, exactly. But we gotta have a plan. Now. We just can't say,
Yeah.
whatever. You
We
gotta get
can't just
politicians
keep
on our side.
praying and praying. They
Yeah,
give
you gotta
us
get,
our results as praying, and you get yours when you die, and everybody else getting to live comfortably here. I want to live comfortably while I'm here. I
and the
don't want
thing
to
is,
just go ahead.
yeah, now let's just keep it real. Since we got these so-called these allies who support us, we support everybody else. I want them same allies, the white allies, the Somalian allies, the Messian allies. To when it's time for us to get reparations, we need y'all to donate a lot of money so we can get the right politician, black or white, in there to help us push that bill. And that's when we know
Exactly.
we got a real coalition. But that
We could break down how they could pay us reparations, and everybody like, no, we don't have to pay more taxes. Give our kids some free education. Give us a chance to build our own schools. Becky and Karen and Billy, our kids don't have to go to school with your children. We want
fact.
our own.
Yep. Taxes, no taxes for 100 years. I'm out. Yeah, no income tax for 100 years. Like I said, give us land with no property tax. That's why I kind of propose. And like I said, free education. Yeah.
Grand Rising, all God.
What's up, PC? Well, I know we got that long. So if you want to ask a question about
Yeah.
it, we got it.
Yeah. And we just wanted to come in there. We're going to talk about it more. Every cotton company, every insurance company, every tobacco company, and so on, cut the check. I know that's right. And black people, our new saying that we need to pass and we need t-shirts, hold your vote. Because
It's,
every
oh, man.
year
Ooh,
we
that's
keep
powerful.
coming around. It ain't about the president or whatever. It's
Exactly.
about the Senate and the Congress. It's about
Yep.
Congress, people. They made sure that during Trump, they got you looking at Trump. But the historic part was all those congressional seats was up, and they filled them with white people with the same ideology, whether they were Democrats or Republicans. And y'all don't get that until they start saying what black people need to hear to help us. Hold your vote. Our people in the streets, we need mental health counselors
Yep.
left and right. We need fresh fruits and vegetables. We need to be let some of this regulation go and let us feed our people. We need places to stay. We are the top homeless people while you're giving immigrants places to live for years while they work in or collect food stamps. We need the help that you're giving immigrants.
Exactly. You know what? That would be a pop. We need to really hashtag that and get shirts, like you said, that because they already see it happen in 2024. If this
Yes.
right here for the midterms in 2028, got to think big. I think it'll work
Yes.
because
We're
again, some
gonna
black
come.
people don't want to
We're
work.
gonna come up with it. We're gonna do ours. We're gonna get with Pablo because we're gonna have to trademark some stuff because you know how people steal it. But yeah,
Oh
hold your
yeah,
vote. Yeah,
yep, yep,
and we said it
yep.
here first. So this is a verbal trademark. You steal it, well, we're coming after you. Hold your
Facts.
vote. It's time for us to get the benefits that you're giving ICE. I mean
Yeah,
immigrants.
yeah,
And
man.
if you can, and then go look it up, people. Look up the frenzy that they're trying to take the rights away from ICE agents. No qualified immunity. So y'all know what qualified immunity is when black people been saying that's what the police been using to get the unalive us. So y'all are all mad when it's a white woman that clearly was putting her and ICE in danger. But when a black person is putting their hands up, y'all can slam us around. Look at the undercover, the non-duty person. What was his name? What you call it, Penny, that choked the black man out and killed them on the train. Now you got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
now you got an
yeah.
undercover ICE agent. It's like it's a free for all. Long as you're white, you can kill a black person. I land my plane. We
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
up out of here. It's time for y'all to think. It's time for you to pass this on. Peace.
exactly. Peace.
Did y'all want to say any last words, Queen Kathy, or mind games before we get out of here? No. Are you saying something, D Mays? Okay. Well, peace, everyone. Like and share. Peace, black love. I don't know what happened. StreamYard acting up. Peace, Queen. DJ Black 909. You got to look at the replay. Thank you for dropping in.